people, can we talk about that opening? Oh my God, can we talk about that opening? Fire by Kana Boon. Fire, straight fire. Fire, just throwing the fire at it. Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans, Season 2, Episode 14, Episode 39, whatever you want to call it. That opening, hands down, rest in peace, the rest of the winter season. That is my favorite opening, period. I mean, I know Handshakers, if anybody is still watching that, still has an opening from Old Cross T, who did Overlord. But this fighter by Kana Boon, oh my God. Gundam bias aside, my favorite opening of the season so far. That's going to be up there. This opening is going to be up there with my favorite openings of the year. I'm saying that already. That's how good it is. Kana Boon always bringing the hype. But with that being said, let's talk about the opening for a little bit, then we get to the episode. I kind of feel that we're going to get another opening because it didn't, and usually with openings, they usually do a little bit more foreshadowing. It wasn't too much in this opening besides stuff that we've either seen already. We really just seen like all of the Gundam boys in a new suit. Well, in the suits that they have upgraded. We possibly seen a new form of Barbados. And if you've seen the images out there, it looks like it's going to be more of a transformation instead of a form, maybe like more of a battle mode. But other than that, really the only thing it focuses on is the hurt that Orga feels inside. And to see my boy Mikazuki in this state in that opening and throughout the episode when we do see him, my boy can't walk no more. He doesn't have his legs anymore. And that's just so sad to see Orga just lumping him along like a sack of potatoes. Even when everybody's standing together, he's holding Orga on his shoulder. This is on you, Orga. This is on you. If Mikazuki dies in this series, it's all his fault. It is. I don't care. It's Orga's fault because he keeps pushing him into his life because he doesn't know any better. He feels that he doesn't have any other type of significance besides a fight, and he's lost pretty much an eye. He's lost an arm. He can't even move without being plugged into the Barbados. And old school Gundam heads, or even if you went back into Gundam history, Gundam will go there. Gundam will kill off a main character. All I gotta say is Zeta Gundam to say if they're gonna kill off a main character or if they just end up in a bad state altogether, and you'll know what's up. And I see a similar thing happen with Mikazuki, even with them sprinkling in a little bit of happiness with him throughout the things, like some things that go on in this episode. It's just not gonna end well for him, and it's gonna be all Orga's fault. Okay, enough of that. Let's get to the episode because we got a lot to chew in on that as well. But before we get to that, we did get a glimpse of the Baio that I think that Farid is ultimately going to get. I think he is going to get that Gundam now. But this episode in particular, man, no. I knew this was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. This Gundam, this war is going to happen, and with war comes loss. And we're going to have a big loss coming. I mean, there is no way around it. Whenever you get a flashback, especially your origin flashback, you know it's all going to hell, and unfortunately this is going to happen to the Turbines. We knew things were going to hit the fan once Tekkadan decided to align with Gjallarhorn, do this whole King of Mars thing, and everybody being against that decision. But the fact that everything is now set to take out this entire unit, it really hurts my heart because I didn't want to see the Turbines, I didn't want to see Naze and his crew go out like this. I really didn't. They're gonna go down in a blaze of glory, no doubt, but the build-up that we got to it was definitely a huge death flag. Not all of them end up getting wiped out. Maybe only one of them will survive, but that's being a little bit too nice with Gundam. Because this episode, predominantly the second half, we got the origin of the Turbines and how Naze met Amida and how they came to be, because he was just like a regular, trafficker guy, whatever, and he found her and hired her as a bodyguard, and she got out there and she was a beast. And he, of course, fell in love with her, and she was so good at what she did. He didn't want her to leave. He's like, I want you to stay with me forever. She's like, you know what? I got another job I need to do. I need to protect these women. That group of all women that she was with, they were all runaways who took the jobs that men didn't want to do. So in order to keep her love, he decided to actually take them in. And that's how that's actually how the Turbines were formed. And then they joined with Tewaz, and that was all history from there. That's how you get him with the concubines and all that, because he took these women in. But we did get a nice look at how things go overall, because he says he doesn't see them as wives. He sees them as daughters too, and that's a really big thing to come up, because now, you know, Laughter, Ozzy, and the other girl, they're actually leaving Tekkadan now to go back. They're being called back, and I won't say that the Laughter Akihiro relationship is over, but given this big flag that we got for this entire unit, it just may be, as in his own way, he did, you know, thank Laughter and basically expressed that he's gonna miss her. And instead of doing the guy thing, like he so should have gave her a kiss or a hug or something, he just straight up gave her the bro handshake. Was like, well, thanks, it's been fun. You know, I'm gonna miss having you out here on my back. I'm like, bro, no, come on. So the Turbines and Tekkadan are parting ways, and you know, everybody's not stupid. Everybody can see how Laughter feels about Akihiro. We saw that Ozzy picked up on it, and she was like, yeah, girl, go get that. I'm not going to say nothing. But when they got back, Amita knew what was going on. She was like, something's different about you. Something's changed. And she talks to Naze about this, and Naze was like, you know what? That's good. I'm not mad. I'm not upset. I see you guys not only as my wives, well, except you're my main one, but the rest of the girls, I see them as my daughters as well. And if Laughter has found happiness with another man, especially another man within Tekkadan, then I felt I did a good job. I feel that she's picked the right mate for someone to be a good man for her. I did a good job as almost a father to her, and that's when he said, I see you guys as daughters as well, or the rest of the girls as daughters. He was truly happy that Laughter decides to move on. So we still got that there. Hopefully she lives so we can actually see Akihiro happy, because he deserves it. But I don't think they are. Let's get to the meat of the episode, because that crusty fuck Eok is still trying to make things happen. And he's going behind Roostal's back to do this as well, teaming up with Jocelyn to take down Tekkadan for this revenge that he wants. And he's pulling Julieta down with him too, because she has this need to want to prove herself and show off this new unit. Basically what they're going to do, Jalessi is like, you know what, no, you are not going to win a battle straight up with Tekkadan. These guys are savages, they're beasts, and the biggest thing is that they have the Turbines behind them for support. So in order to defeat them, we're going to have to take out their support. We take out the Turbines, we take out Tekkadan, then they won't have any backing. They will be dead in the water. Plus, we get an annoyance off my side as well, as Jalessi's had a little bit of salt towards Naze all these years with him having all these women. Like, I didn't know he had 50,000 people in this unit that he had of women. So, wow, that's amazing. But that's the plan going forward, and they plan to, and they pretty much did, frame the Turbines for using an illegal weapon. The Rusei Go, those gun cannons that's on the back of the Rusei Go 4 now, the Floros, that's actually an illegal weapon that was used way back during the Calamity War. And you can get in major trouble for having that. So what this crusty fuck Eok has done, along with Jalessi, is they planted another part. They found like some more cannons. It's just like on the back. They planted that onto one of the ships of the Turbines. And now Gjallarhorn is going to crack down on them. And they're going to go into a fight. I mean, I know they have a lot of numbers, but I don't think they're strong enough to take down an entire Gjallarhorn fleet, especially with what we got this episode. Again, whenever they go into half an episode of flashback and people start talking about the future, how happy they are, yeah, they're going to die. And that's just sad that Org is going to lose a bro. And this really hit him, because he knows they're not going to come out either, especially when Naze said that, don't help me. You know, this is you. You have to grow just like I did. Grow your own legs. We'll be okay. Don't worry about us. And he's like, no, it's our fault because we put him on the Rusei Go. And he's like, no, you guys go ahead. We're going to take care of this. Next week, we're going to get that battle between them. And it's just going to be so sad, because we know we're going to lose somebody, if not all of everybody in that group. And I really don't want to see that. Tekkadan doesn't need any more hurt. They doesn't need any more losses of anything. They need more people to help them along. I like that Roostal, though. I like that Roostal isn't a dummy. I mean, even though he's a bad guy, this is Gundam. There's always gray areas. You can always agree with someone else. He knows what Eok is up to. He's like, so that's what he wants, huh? I don't like Eok. I don't want him here because I like him as a person. He is here because of his position and his influence among the other people. And he's explaining to Vidar, he's saying, you know what? If you would just take off that mask, I wouldn't even have to worry about this dude. He would be a non-fucking factor. We can get him out of here. But Vidar is like, you know what? I want to investigate him a little bit more. I want to make sure that I have what I need to take him down. And, you know, he still has his own personal regret too, or his personal want to take down Fareed, who Fareed also knows what's going on. He's like, hey, they got this illegal weapon. They're about to set you guys up. I'll try to do what I can to help you guys get out of this, but I can't do much right now. This is normal procedure. They're harboring an illegal weapon. My hands are kind of tied in this. And we also see a little bit of worry with Fareed as well, because he's saying if he has Galeo on his side, Rustal, if he has Galeo on his side, then he has his foot on my throat. Things are bad for me. We're seeing a little bit of worry. That's why I think he's going to try his best to try to get that Bael, and I think he's going to succeed, because if he can get the power of a Gundam on his side, that will be pretty much all he needs to lay waste to. And we also got a little bit of time with Atra, Mikazuki, and Kudelia as well, as the harem is still in formation. But it was more along the lines of Kudelia being more of a little sister to Atra. Atra says she wants Kudelia to have Mikazuki's baby so he can settle down, so he can be tied down. She said the old man mechanic told her that when he had children with his wife of the past, that's when he decided to settle down and be a man that was at home. And she wants the same thing for Mikazuki, because she sees what he's going through. Like, if you bear his child, then that will tie him down and make him want to stop living his life. And Kudelia kind of turned it around by saying, you know what? Why are you asking me? Why don't you do it yourself, girl? You're more for him than me. And she was kind of like, yeah, I don't really disagree with that. So, hey, you know what? I'm going to try it too. And it's going to be no competition between us, right? And I don't think Kudelia's down with the whole harem thing. I don't think she knows that's Atra's intentions. But she's kind of like, no, girl, that's yours. You can have them. I mean, somebody needs to get up on both of them. More likely, I would like to see Kudelia happy. I like to see Mikazuki happy too if he even makes it through. But we still got that plan brewing, and we can see that Actress begin to act a little bit more girlfriendish towards Mikazuki as well. Like, she's putting out baby hints and he's just not getting it because, you know, it's Mikazuki. And she's like, nope, you can't have any more food till you be nicer to me, you know, that type of thing. So that was cute, but it was just so much weight on this episode to know that we're going to lose some, if not all, of the Turbines next episode, that I can't help but talk about nothing but that, as Gundam's bringing the development with other characters and bringing that sadness as well. That this is war, people are corrupt, and when it comes down to it, people are gonna do what they have to do to take you out. And that's what's going on between Tekkadan, the Turbines, Gjallarhorn, and all the ways that this bind of corruption is splitting. So folks, that was the episode in a nutshell. I'm glad to have Gundam back, because it's been almost a month since we had an episode. It was like, I think the last episode was on Christmas, and we're almost at that time again. Next week will pretty much be a month away. That was just too long of a break. It came back with a fire opening, a nice ending song that's very somber and brings all the feels. And they bring that sadness, that weight that Gundam is known for, but it's so great at the same time, because we know the Turbines are gonna go in. Next week is gonna be very action-packed. I just hope Orga says, you know what, forget what you're saying, we're gonna come in and help. That's the best. I really want the Turbines to live, but it just might not happen. I think the cards are against them too much right now, because even if they survive, then they've been cast out of Teiwaz at this point, because the old man said, if I get anything about you guys being against me, then that's it. And him harboring weapons, I guess that's the last straw. So guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I can't wait to see you guys next week. If you liked the video, go ahead and drop it a like, and if you want to hear more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as there's not a shortage of content for you guys to indulge on this channel. And as I always say, you guys can be anywhere on YouTube right now, but you chose to listen to me. I really appreciate that, so thanks for stopping by. On that note, it's your boy Scott signing out with the Scott Report. See you soon.